Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, looks like we got a bit of lag, and I might have to reboot the rig. Less than impressed with some of the lag I'm seeing today. But what I am impressed with, taking a look at NVIDIA, look at that pump. Hopefully that's not a scam wick, but we did get the opening bell. It is time to trade. Look at a little instant gratification. Take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time!
It's time for your favorite streamer's favorite streamer. We finally got a little morning action. Was hoping to get in before the bell, but we did not, so that is thus life. Like it or love it, you gotta deal with it. But we are ready to go. We're ready to drop bombs on every single asset we see today. Hopefully we get a little bit of love. We get some shorts, we get some longs. That's what she said. But
that's what she said. That's what she said.
yeah, exactly. Looks like the system is running super buggy, so just about every one of my little bit of, what do we want to call them, fun entertainment today, it's going to double up. Let's see if this does it. Yep, like kind of like that. So that'll happen just in the beginning. Look at that cleared out. What I do like to see though is a little price action. Still got my short open on the BTC. Did not see what I like to see as far as like a full extension, but I am seeing some. All right, let's start to get start to look to take some profits here. So anything taking profit on the BTC short, I got locked out right here. This was complete trash. So that was no good. But ooh, kind of what you're seeing right here on this old NVIDIA candle. I'm not gonna lie. That's looking a little peachy. A little creepy right there. I don't know if I like that. So there's a little pullback for you on the old asset. Button. All right, so here's your NVIDIA on the 5 minute though. Now that you're starting to see that roll over, start to take a look at the indicator. Let's see. Yeah. Careful. Take a look at the kilobytes, frames per second here. Not too bad. Careful here. Getting a positive signal if you can stay above that cloud. An NVDA. Again, you got liquidity below you, even on the 1 minute, but you still got the confirmation here. So short-term, quick run, 1 minute pull. You could pull something maybe quick up to that line there. What do we got on Harmonics? Probably something cute. I always like these. Look, nice little line let out there. You got your liquidity grab. Wait a second, see if you can hold it on this candle. You got about 38 seconds left on the candle. No harmonics printing on the lower time frames, but I believe you have a nice bearish harmonic on the daily, which you're reacting to very, very well. You got your T1. You might run back up there and touch that T1. I was just telling a friend of mine, might be able to run back up, touch the T1 up on the top. But let's get into the pre-market gainers. So the pre-market gainers for the day were actually a couple different people. This is a nice little short-term scalp. If Bitcoin continues to run, I like this. At the hop, this tool or this actual asset, ZRX, you can't short it for crypto, but you can long that son of a gun. And this might be a nice little area that if you can just consolidate for a little bit longer, you know, a little short-term scalp, Bitcoin can just find a bottom right here about 98, 97-ish. This thing will probably crush this, boom to boom. So just a quick little 10%, as long as you got a little wherewithal. Take your time, don't get too aggressive, but I do like that one. So morning movers, we'll go with UPC. That was one of the morning movers for the day. Let me pull that out of the way here. Go just with said single screener. So UPC, Universal Pharmaceuticals. So they got a nice little pump action this morning, so they may have a little momentum on their side. Be careful. It does look like it's holding above. Let's go back into the indicators here, see if there's anything fun on UPC. They have the highest pre-morning, or the highest volume this morning of all the assets, and it's covered again. And, okay, so if we're looking at the old algorithms, we're looking nice. UPC, you're getting some topish territory, so maybe a pullback to the cloud, quick play on the option. Again, short-term play on that one. That's on the 1 minute. Yeah, you're right in between zones here, but you got a positive indicator, at least on the slow time frame I had there. You don't. You're playing between, you know, a rock and hard place. So UPC kind of did what it did what it done. It's kind of, be careful. You know, not bad. But again, you're getting topish signals here from this. So this was a good play. If you were actually really good enough to get into that, you'd have been a bull on that one.
Doubles.
So yeah, that would have been nice. So you pulled out right on the top of that one.
Nice.
Make sure you hit the X, boom, boom, boom. Make sure you hit that like button, share with a friend. We're gonna go back to NVIDIA, take a look at the old market here, see if anything's pulling back on the bigger time frames. Oops. Here, get rid of these for now. Yeah, they're all in the way. Figure it out later. Now, what I got is a little pullback on NVIDIA on the day. Just a tad bit though, just a little bit, not a lot. Not bad, don't hate it at all. Excuse me, I need to figure out the mic button out. Bless it. All right, so Bitcoin holding 98, NVIDIA holding 140. Microsoft getting a nice push off the cloud. Might be another update for Microsoft, but you got bearish divergence on the lower time frames like the 15, so be careful. Be very careful. They could dump just so much power that's ready to roll. This thing's, I really would like a short here on Amazon or Meta, and they're not giving it to you. They just don't. They're not paying attention to the signals. So these two are running like crazy. Holy S Tesla, that's awful. So Tesla's not doing well on the back end. Just kind of falling off the trail here. Oh, goodness gracious. So Tesla down here on the bottom looks like it's struggling a bit. So Tesla struggling to get up above that key support there. We got nothing on the Harmonics. We do got a dot on the Harmonics on the 5 minute. For a little quick scalp, takes nice to set up on the Harmos. Let me go ahead and push this down. We got too much in the background here. It's kind of lagging the stream a bit. There we go. There we go. See, now I can load everything up a little better now. Get that out of the way. Good. Drop these out of the way too. See if we can get kilobytes per second up a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, so beautifully done. We got a nice little turnaround looking like Tesla could be a quick scalp back up to that, what is that, 378 area. I got a little support here. I do like what I see for a bit. I kind of do like it. Excuse me. So these are down in the right territory. So scalp version on the Harmonics looking pretty good, fighting back to the 200 EMA on the 1 minute time frame, pushing back up into this little pocket of liquidity. Wouldn't be something that would be that weird. You know, get ready. Don't get burnt on it, but you definitely don't want to FOMO into it. Take a little position, not too heavy, not too heavy. And you might be right. Let's go. Now, pairs present today, no question about it. Boy, I will minimize this here because it's going to go back into the old column. Boom. All right, so Tesla looking like a 1 minute scalp would have been beautiful. Oh, I love it when that happens. You just gotta make sure you're paying attention. Oh, what are you doing? That one is dancing. I like that for 1 minute. NVIDIA's doing its thing. So NVIDIA's back. NVIDIA's got a nice little chomp up there. I don't hate that at all. So definitely decent, looking nice. There we go. Amazon on fire. So Amazon killing it if you went long Amazon. Fire right now. Microsoft saying, I like all the signals, give it a go, daddy. Oh boy, look at the dot forming on the 5 minute here. Now my problem is going to be is I need to go back and forth between this and the old betting station. So everything looking like it's going up all of a sudden. one up, that is. So if you're liking what you see, look, listen, take a share.
Look here. Look, listen.
We're looking at the market as it absolutely blasts off to apparently good news, adding some coins to the list. That's going to be nice, old Tesla. I don't hate it at all. So we head into that one. Anybody in an option right now, not mad.
I'm rich, guys.
Do me a favor, hit that like button. I don't hate you for it. Or just throw me a tip. Oh, you don't want a tip? Throw me a like. That'll work. All right, so you got a 1 minute. You got the dot on the NVIDIA running up here. Trying to see where my position is. Do you take NVIDIA for the day and go to fill this small gap here? But we're gonna scan through some assets. That's what we're gonna do. All right, so we're gonna pull up some other assets right now. We're gonna take a look while these pump. It's looking like we're gonna have a green day. So that's usually how I like to start my day. Get a look at the entire market, see what we're doing, and see if we're gonna go pump or dump. We could dump, obviously, but it's looking like we could just kind of trickle up, squeeze out all these bears that definitely thought it was gonna roll over today. Everybody's sitting in the sideline thinking that they were just gonna, it's gotta go down. It's gonna stop. It's definitely gonna stop. It's definitely not stopping. And the bears that they can't figure out. It doesn't make sense.
It don't make no motherfucking sense.
So for that long right there, that's gonna play out if you can get a triangle on the harmonics. If we go down to the Lux on the 1 minute, you can take a look. LA is same here. That cloud has moved a little bit further though. Just letting you know, this isn't shifted the upward momentum a bit, but the idea that the momentum isn't done yet, you still gotta let this play out. This is still opportunity here. So let's see if that's still the time frame. The time frame's a little bit shorter on this one. 1 minute. Let me know how the audio sounds. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if there's any issues going on with the stream at all. I'm trying to get all the chat features queued up, but I'm having some issues. I ain't gonna lie. I don't lie to your face. I'm trying to get this to sign in, and it just won't. It doesn't like me. So, in any event, let's see. As we watch the market, let's take a look at the next big gainer, which 130% this morning. This one is obviously failing miserably, but I wouldn't look to short it. ABT, ALBT, Avalon. That one also had a huge move this morning and is dumping like the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, my apologies.
So you also got these. Oh my God, anything that pumped this morning is absolutely dumping, so that's not market material. Let's get up to what we really want. We want to know what's actually doing its thing right here, standard session, which they say it's those two. They're up 100+%. Wouldn't worry about shorting them, but yeah, straight up, straight down. That's awful. That's manipulation. That's just not fair. They do it when you're not able to play too. Look at all that. Like all of this happened when you weren't able to get in. Such trash.
Denied.
I hate it with all of my heart. Oh man, gotta love it. All right, let me get the old tube up here. All right, so this thing's trash. Oh my God, what a joke. Put this out of the way. Next big one was GXAI. Yes. Oh, that one looks nice though. So that one looks like it's got some momentum to it. That's not bad. I'd play this one on a nice little pump. Defended. It's up right now. Moved a little amount, 66% on the day. So a watcher for sure. So this one could be the 100, 200%er. It looks like it's defying the odds. Let's go to look at the harmonics and see what it looks like on the daily and the weekly. Get a real. Oh my God. If that's real, we're only talking a couple X's. Hey, that's not bad at all. So bulls might find something nice here. Take a look. This one could make a little money. That's not terrible. So we like that one. That one's decent. So looking at GXAI on the daily looks amazing. What a gap up. But I'm telling you, this thing looks absolutely toasty.
Toasty!
Toasty. All right, so pulling up the old rig here. Let's see. Oh no, this is the wrong one. What's happening? What is going on? Why is it saying scanning for entries? Oh no, it gave me the same. Yeah. Oh, didn't change the name. So, looks like. Let me know if I'm having internet issues at all. So that looks like it could pull back. Oh, played out perfectly on the harmonics on the type 1, type 2. Daily, no harmonics to speak of, and the weekly, nothing at all. So huge pump, probably off news. Oh yeah, they got a little bit of love last month, nothing new. No new news. Oh man, struggling with that one. So I don't know what's going on with the stream, at least by X is concerned. For some reason acting up. The next one would be GFBR, Jeff's brand. Another one, pumped during the morning, nothing really play with it now. Harmonically speaking, you got the dot on the 5 minute. The daily, not what you're looking for. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Interesting. All right, so that is at least loading. Okay. Got it. It is choppy as all hell though. Sorry, bear with me. Working on it. I'm having some back end issues. Oh, freaking strong right now. This is a terrible time for all this to happen. Never good. All right, so chest brain not looking like we're going to. This one's up 30% on the day. That one's going absolute bonkers. That is also negative signal you want. I gotta figure that out after hours. Maybe on stream trying to figure that out now. Sorry guys, I am, like I said, having a ton of technical difficulties. If you want to put in the chat if you're having any issues seeing, hearing, if everything's running smooth. It looks like it's running smooth on my computer, but I am not getting a clear signal when I try to take a look anywhere else. Take a look at those. Next asset on the scanner list. I don't hate this one at all as far as, let's see, the old ASAN. On the daily, hit the bat pattern like a champ. So on a bigger time frame, daily harmonics, weekly harmonics, quite impressive. Hit the T2 and it's just about done. Look at that. Look, Scott Carney be proud. Little ABCD, not a typical harmonic, so to speak, one of the traditionals, but this one can't stop.
Cannot stop, will not stop. Book now.
Love it. Nothing above it. This one's running. There you go. That one's taking off on the weekly. I gapped up in one day. You had your opportunity back here in the $13 level, which would have been a nice little 63% pump on that bad boy. You got your harmonics printing all over the place. So this zone down here definitely was a zone of inflection. You got a nice move up. I'm gonna try to plot the next moves up on this bad boy to see if you got any opportunity above it. Looks like they're hitting the resistance here. You're not gonna really crash through a lot of this at ease. So you got a lot of resistance, all these wicks down here. You got tops up here, so we'll call that a zone for sure. So anywhere from here to here, I would even say you got an opportunity today to touch 23, but you're in a zone, little pocket right there of just devilish tops and bottoms. But hey, nice setup.
Not a mercy.
Might be a decent setup for a short term. Like maybe you had the 4-hour pull, depending on what the news is. Oh no, they got good earnings. So again, be careful. You get good earnings. That's definitely what you want to see as far as who you bought low. 3 million, 1%, 70% surprise on earnings. God, I love it. That's pretty diesel. So they're pumping like crazy. Asana. I like to see it. Let's see what's on the Mahal. Dear God, I like this one a lot on the monthly. You gotta wait months though. That's the sad truth. You're gonna have to wait months to double up. But look at this, straight up, straight down. So this thing, if you option this out, oh goodness, I don't know if this has even options on it, but for the monthly, holy double bottom bull step up.
Double stop.
You got a little bull fun on this one. You might actually get a little growth. This one would be decent. You have that one roll up as what? I did not expect it to keep going there. I was just gonna scroll up $120 on the monthly. If you have the due diligence and your patience, you can pull a lot. I like this one. This one is.
Look like a sauna, you know. I like it a lot.
That's 500%. That's on the monthly. Do me a favor. Go hit that subscribe button. Take a look. Send me a little message, a little DM. You don't have to do that, but you can just hit that like button. But on the monthly, that's pretty sexy right there. That's worthy.
Ta-da!
Good stuff. Decent play right there. I don't hate it at all. All right, so as we navigate this bad boy, I would say you got your zones of inflection are just well above where you're at. So you're doubling, you're gonna hit that wick. You gotta think that that whole wick zone right here, in and out, that's what she said is gonna be a zone right there. I mean, just into the body alone, you're talking hella moves. But I do like it, I like you.
I like you a lot.
On the monthly, like don't get an option for tomorrow and say, oh, it didn't go up. Yeah, I'm not telling you, this is the month. It took months for that to happen, but man, if you could just wait it out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you got it in you. But that's not bad. That's not terrible at all. That's pretty decent on the monthly, the weekly. Again, all of this stuff starting to add up. It looks like it get its first 200 week moving average, 200 day. It's been toasting this zone for a while here, so you'll be running back into resistance here for a bit. You can tell why. It makes complete sense. You wick out. Oh man, that was almost measured perfectly just by doing the candle bodies. So you're gonna say that's a zone to the top, and that's obviously respected here, respected through time here. Yeah, so this one decent. Asana, let's see if we got a 30-second scalp on it, but for long-term purposes, this is a pretty decent one on a monthly chart, but on the 30-second to go from one complete extreme to the other, be careful. You won't be dancing on this one. All right, so Asana is one of the big ones that's kind of taken over the day. Let's see, what's the other one? RBRK. This one was on the list yesterday and did some big things. It was doing some things. So on the 30-second, all right. Okay, see what the whole market's doing here. Yeah, okay. We got our Amazon run kind of stifling out a little bit. That's okay. We're grinding up. You stifle out, but grind up. Squeeze them shorts. Squeeze them cheeks. And you get them. The Lux is there. You get the Harmonics pushing on some of that. The Meta that's making new highs. Oh.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
That one's pretty beastly right there. Everybody that's in Meta at the moment, happy than hell. Killing it right now, reloading it. Buy up here though, careful. I'll buy. I'm not buying it, but you don't. We take profit here. We got him low, take profit here. This is a good place to be doing nothing crazy. All right, let me pull up my old BTC coin because that's my single bad obsession. That's my obsession, is my BTC. Good to see the BTC. 99.83 and is creating harami on the hourly. So on the 5-minute, you have run up, stalled, run up, stalled, run up, stalled, but you are not making new lows. I like it. You got all the reasons in the world to dump, but if they're not trying to lose it.
You can't get me twice, motherfucker.
Oh man, just made 500 on UPC. My man. Love it. Love to. So UPC, if that's the one you like to see, so UPC post on all of them? Well, that's stupid. Oh, well, I guess it's not stupid. I'm looking at my chat. It posts through all the different Discords. But look at that. UPC gapped up something crazy just now. You got a pullback like the son of a gun. Holy cow. Look at that. So that's pretty D's when you look at that. But you got to be careful here. This is pulling back bad. Yeah. Pulling back pretty hard right now. I'm gonna say all the signals are giving you that you need to get back into the zone and test up at the top. You need a reaction here. This will be telling you if you can go long again. Your reaction to the tops. Okay, so these wicks, they're giving you an idea where you need to be. 5 minutes, zoom out for a second. You might be overcooked here. And you're gonna blast right through it, come back to the zone, get back to that 1 minute harmonic that's down there, which makes sense. Get back to that liquidity. Give people second chance back here, maybe. The push for the day is pretty good, right? These guys had I don't know if they had good news, what happened with them, but they're up 280%. I'm guessing somebody said something to the press correctly. That's a lot of money. That's quick.
That's a lot of money. I don't want to lose it.
So we're running. We got Pullback City on BTC on the 1 minute, so it's all going to hell. I'm just kidding. Love it. So happy we're right here. And love that I actually have the patience to take a short these days instead of jumping in long like the new moon boys they are. Look at that bad boy Tesla just dump. That's never good. You never want to see it just absolutely run off like that. Good, you know, that's not good. Be careful.
Emotional damage.
Same thing over here with the NVIDIA. We've touched that top. We are rejecting like a bad prom date. So for those that just got in, be careful. Don't FOMO. No FOMO. Bad FOMO. I do like what Ethereum's doing, which makes me wonder, does the old ETHE look good for me? It does. When you have the patience to get in on the 200-day moving averages, just play this thing simply on a time frame like this. Gosh, it's so pretty. I like it so much. Look at that bad boy. I think we're going to get good ETF news. So take it from here. Take it from me. I'm looking closely at the charts, and it makes me kind of slow down a bit. But ETHE, I bought a handful of this stuff, and I'm not mad at myself for doing it. I'll tell you that right now. So the Ethereum train is not slowing down. They are absolutely going nuts. And if you take a look, there is just so much room to run. I mean, just taking a quick little peek, you got a 92% run there. You're getting your harmonics, but that's in a 3-month. Again, go weekly. This thing's even saying on the weekly, project higher before you go lower. Rejected, boom, reject. I was gonna do reject this one too. So I like this a lot on the weekly. I won't lie to you. Yeah, I do like me some ETHE on a big, long time scale, even on a short, screeching, I mean, just look at that. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share, tell a friend. If you don't want to give me a tip, just give me a like, that's free. Or subscribe, I'll take that too. Either way, I hope you like what you see with ETHE and you need to get in early. You should have been taking my advice when I wasn't streaming and I was just doing it on X with my couple of followers, Facebook and all that jazz. When I was telling you 18, this is the way to be. Right here, this is death. This is stupid. I should have never bought this. I was completely dead right here. Dumb money. Smarter. And then eventually got the sack to get some. So crossed here, saw what I saw, thought I almost made a decision, knew I never made a wrong one right here. This is where we're going. 16 bucks and moving. 16 for this, if you can get back to it because Bitcoin does something hairish tonight or something like that, get in. But we're gonna take these in the long run. That's gonna be a big play. So put a bunch of money in it if you can, where you can, how you can, but don't do anything stupid. This is not financial advice. Don't do what I say, do it like I do it. All right, so you got your pullback. It's still happening on NVIDIA. It looks like it might take the market with it. Everybody but Amazon is listening to the email. They are not interested in going down. They want to go up. So Amazon on the way. That one looks pretty nice. I don't hate that. Just got so much momentum.
Wow, it's very nice.
Holy Apple. Apple should just be pulling back. There's nothing. should be just dumping, but it's not. It just keeps crushing.
Monster kill.
That's on fire. So you got ETHE, again, probably on the 1 minute, just dumped because I said something. I know you hear me, market maker. I know you're watching my stream. But let's see what the next one is on the list that has nothing to do with ARKB. No. PGHL. So PGHL, Primagama, whatever this is, has had a pretty dang good day at 31% for the day. Definitely hyped to see that. They'll take that all day. 31% so far. And you're getting bear signals. So take a little profit because you did a good job, way to go. But on a larger time frame, if you're buying on a bigger and you just don't care, well, hell, one of these scam candles are waiting for you, my friend. It's gonna happen. That happened during hours, believe it or not. Weird. But that one's pretty good. That one's huge upside. Be careful. I don't like it. Not a big fan of these holding company things. But here you go. That's what you got on that bad boy PGHL. There's just like nothing to analyze there. It's just dot, boom. And that little boom that happened, 30% isn't even noticeable. Yeah, I don't like these. I've never been a fan of these. This is a lottery for sure. Good luck.
Ta-da!
JFBR. We're gonna go with harmonics. We're gonna go with signals. We're gonna get some. Here we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. I want some dots. I want some indicators on higher time frames. I want some momentum. So it's obviously taking that momentum out. It's gonna probably be playing in the Fibonacci zone down here. So that'd be cool to see. Wrong way. Let's do that to begin with. So you're pulling out something like, yeah, right back to the fibs. No, not even close to it. Just blasted right through them. All right, well, this one's failing miserably on the 15 minute all of a sudden. It's failing just about everything, it looks like, on the harmonics, so to speak. So, there you go. Again, pump dead. Only manipulation after hours. I don't like that at all. Not a fan. So moving off of this one, I'm not a big fan of the ones that move like crazy. 20-something%. But then they're like, oh, yeah. How am I supposed to get in? It doesn't move during the day at all, ever, except down. And you can't short them because you can't take out an option on them. Well, I like this one for bottoming action. What's a harmonic saying? I don't hate the idea that you just ran the piss out of this thing and you might kind of bottom. No. I mean, you're at a zone, you've gotten back, you've cleared a ton of liquidity. Yeah, I see, these are the ones I just don't like. Like, this is such a scam. It's not gonna move during the day. It only moves at night. It moved once. Not a big guy that likes to invest in that kind of stuff. You know, that I can't make that. It's ridiculously pretty. That one grew a little bit tonight. So again, does this all happen after hours? Hate it. None of this moves during the day. So if these don't move during the day, I'm not gonna waste your time on them because they're not really doing much, except that's finally a candle that happened during the day. That's decent as well. All right, so I'll take that back. United States Anatomy Corporation actually looks pretty diesel as far as the jump. Holy, that's huge. They're up 23% on the day. The weekly looks like you just blasted through a zone. You're up at the top again. Wouldn't jump in this one just yet. This one's looking a little toppy. Lots of candles though. Holy cow, look where this thing could go. So this one's got a lot of history to it. God, it's got a lot of history to it. 1981, man, good years. 1980s, baby. So 80s baby myself, look at this thing. It could do this the rest of the day. How about that? You could just simply 4x today and that would be just one of the days in history for this. Holy shit.
I like you a lot.
Damn, I mean, if that literally kept doing this today, you couldn't even say it was the biggest day. That's bananas. If it went up and matched that, it wouldn't be the biggest day because the biggest day started at 56. What a scam. And somebody was smart enough to sell at 600%. God, I'm so mad that they could do this to people. But they surely can do this to people. So don't think you're up and above it because they can't stop. They won't stop. Period. 600 points. Good God almighty. So that was in a day? Jesus. Help us all. So that's pretty good. That would make me not want to jump in it unless it was starting to do that, which it kind of looks like it's starting to do that. It's also starting to do this one, which is also took somebody's livelihood a while back, 50%. So somebody's sitting up here at the top hoping that you'll buy it. If you don't, smart. If you do, he's hoping to go all the way up there. This is where this guy wants to go. He's going in that $4 region. He's buying 250. All of these guys need to get cleared out. So you still got some wicks to clear. This is the 3-month. So you got 3 months of wicks to clean out throughout here before you can get some run. So you've run through it once, you chucked through it twice. I would imagine your next stop is 219 for Yami. So let's put a little dab on this one to make sure we know we were here. A little to bottom of that wick maybe. So bottom of that wick playing, and then the top of this wick for 100% short, recent high. I don't know, kind of like it. That could be a freaking bomb if that goes right through that zone though. So this one could be a crusher if it could just blast through that nice little Uami zone, which, you know, I'm proud of you, buddy. Way to go. If you can hit that, then you nailed it. Nice volume on the day. Pull back, take a look at the 5 minute. Looks like it could just absolutely slam. So some of the best volume we've seen since back here. So let's mark this candle off as where the market maker obviously was involved. He was here. The market maker was here. So I don't think you're going to go back below that price for a little bit. So anything in that 120 zone, if you can get back to that today, tomorrow, the next couple of days, Amy, is a nice zone, 150-ish. Whole numbers, because you're at 164, you may pull back like crazy today because market maker does not care about you at all. Don't believe it. Don't believe anything other than that. They don't care about your feelings. They want your money. They want to hurt you. So be careful. It could actually fart down all over you today on 163 after this nice run of 20+%. They got in at 26%. They'll pull it back, re-enter in this $1.25 zone. Looks like there's enough interest in there. So I could be wrong. That's okay. I could be wrong.
Wrong.
Who cares? You like the tainment. You like the tainment. Elite. What? Oh, I missed. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, good. Yeah, let me know if anything is weird. If you see anything weird, I had a little friend tell me he saw something weird on the screen, but that was fine. All right, so look, you got your Uami here to drop it off. Let's take a look at the old big boys again so you can see what else on the, Amazon Meta. Amazon for the day is just smosh, man. Smosh, Hulk, go, boom. Look at that go, look at that go. Got top action looking like you're hitting S&P top for a short, for 15 minutes short. So quick time frame, maybe to pull back to this zone here, 606, 608 to 607, maybe on a quick time frame. I would be afraid, definitely afraid to step in front of these two freight trains. So Meta, yeah, holy poop, and frickin' Amazon are on fire right now. So if you got into an option this morning on those, you're happy to see that. Anything on Apple as well, believe it or not, you got the dot on the 15 minutes fighting through this harmonic, and this may just be a zone you got to fight through on the 15 minute and go out to a bigger time frame to get a little bit of love on Apple. But let's see, it's at the top of this zone. You're running up to meet the 15 minute harmonic. Be careful up here. You're printing a bearish harmonic at the top of the daily. Not printing, I should say, potentially printing an ABCD pattern, which could put you right back into that 230 zone without even questioning it. 237. So be careful up there. Everything looks rollover-ish. So it could be bad. Could be good. It could be amazing. We could crush today and absolutely blast through these zones.
Oh my God!
And then we couldn't. So believe what you want. This one's already made me feel like a believer at 166 to 167. That's a 5% dump on your head. Again, I told you they don't care how you feel. Is this poop? Nope, this is the market.
Is this poop? Is it?
So what's the next?
Is it really poop? Is it really poop? Is it really? I'm so sorry. Is it poop?
So Uami's out of the top of the list. Let's see if we got any new visitors. We do. So CRVO is new to the list. They look like they are on absolute fire right now. I like to see that. Holy hell, I didn't even know that's gonna happen. All right, so that's on the 5 minute. It's printing a bearish harmonic on the 5 minute. Be careful, it could retrace just to equal out the liquidity that just obviously jumped into this, letting you see it, and or the 4 hour, you have more room to go. Don't FOMO into it, buddy. Take your time. This is one of those ones you don't want to FOMO into, but man, it looks so good. And you got the 4 hour harmonic print. Oh boy, that actually, I like this a lot. So this is looks like a nice setup. I do like the way this one is kind of presenting itself on the bottom. Right off the hop. So you got the hop telling you that you're gonna wanna go into the zone, but it'll tell you that you can also come back and back test it. So be careful right around this zone, 12.50-ish. I should say $13, all the way down to like the $12 zone. We'll run down to 10 where you're at, and it's just, that's a fluctuation zone. This is complete liquidity here, so you can be a part of that wash. Let's take a look on the bigger time frame. Oh, it just looks better the more you zoom out. I don't hate this at all. Let's go. I like this. So we want to get this one up to that 200-day moving average on the weekly and take up some of this liquidity, this straight up, straight downness. God. Servomed obviously had bad earnings, obviously. But for the love of Pete, 2 hours a minute, Servomed did buy with $45 price target? What? They gave these guys a $45 price target? Did you see this? Holy hell. I'm not gonna click on that. Initiated buy it for $42. Fellas, are they telling us this thing's gonna 4x? Where's that at? Where are you getting 42? Oh, where the market maker bought? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that zone. All right, so market maker's telling us that he was present here, and that he's gonna go back there for liquidity. And what you got? He wants to sell up there. So he's gonna buy down here because he wants to sell up there. So your $45 price target makes a little bit of sense between these wicks. And it makes sense on the bottom of this 47 so that he can dump on you there. And then once you break this 200, he might just keep adjusting his price target. Good God, how do you switch that to 45 from 12? All right, so they see something we don't, obviously, and somebody's buying today. So you gotta love that. So servo, and you're getting the green arrow on the bottom. So you gotta match the price options. You gotta match the price targets with the price action, and the indicators gotta match completely, or else it doesn't make sense. So on the hourly, not bad. Okay, we're getting some turnover signals just to kind of slow down because this thing caught a heck of a lot of momentum this morning. I mean, you're up 21% already in the last couple candles just to start the day. So that one's decent. Careful for the rollover here. Again, this is going to make its way back to that cloud, I feel like. That liquidity hasn't been tapped yet. So you can still run up to 12, 13 bucks. Run that up to 13 bucks and then get out. Take the long to get back in on the big $45. So I might want to keep this one on the old list. Can I just add it? I was trying to hit the wrong button. No. That's definitely the wrong button. Added it. There it is. Got it. Nailed it, coach. All right, so moving on to the next one, we definitely want a big hit. For anybody else that just joined, we just had a viewer hit a nice little $500 banger. Congratulations out there, big fella. We love to see it. Let us know if you're hitting anything else big that's good, long, short. If you're putting in puts, did you see us calling out some really negative bearish price action? Go ahead, throw that in the chat. Let us know. Anything that we're pulling in for SKYT. Oh, another big banger for the day. That one's up 21% at the moment. Let's take a look at top volume gainers for a second. So the percentages, the most active, let's get a look at the volume on the action and the puts here. That's not the calls and the puts, but the most volume is actually gonna be sound. And that's at $14. I bought that at $1. Really wishing I would have held on to it now. But doing really well overall. It was at $7 when I was stuck in it there, and it obviously blasted right through that zone. So sound absolutely on fire. Bitcoin pulling back pretty intently, kind of getting ready to test the low on the minute chart. Ethereum looking like it's rolling over at 4,000. Just to kind of let you know what chart I'm on here. Oh boy, don't do that to me. Don't. Oh no, I put it in purgatory. Crap. Oh no. I put the browser in purgatory. Now I need to find out how to grab it. No, what am I doing? I'm grabbing time frames. This is terrible. This could be bad. I might have to shut the whole thing out. Oh my God. Look, it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of nowhere. God, how'd that even happen? I might have to shut it out. I don't want to. I just want to grab the top of the toolbar. That's what she said. God, couldn't help myself. But why not? I can't do it. Otherwise, I'm on my other screen. I'm gonna have to close it out. Sad about it. Oh, did it? No, I didn't. I'm gonna have to. All right, well, I got lost in space. God dang it. That sucks. Let's see. Single scan. Sound, an absolute beast on the day. So highest volume on that bad boy. So sound is up to $14.45. Good God, for those who got in, congratulations. I was a big fan of that one, still am. So sound Dees, UPC mover, GXAI, RGTI. So RGTI. What was this? Rigetti. God, these guys have been on the chart a couple of times the last couple of days. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. So these guys are moving. I believe it's on a daily and a weekly time frame. You have a lot of upside. Very fresh. You got move up to maybe $5-6. This thing has just been dominant. So gapped up, has not gapped back down. Over 100% on absolute fire. So this one's crushing right now. Rigetti Computing is absolutely crushing this week. They are up over 100 points. They were down this area here, seeing bearish divergence, and they just pushed right through it. They didn't care the slightest, not even a little bit. So the weekly, that's decent as well. Look at that push, man, incredible. So I don't know what kind of news they got. They got bad earnings, and they did this. This is such crap. I can't feel like the game is rigged. So that doesn't make sense. You get bad earnings, but you can actually roast. That's somebody else is playing with our emotions. So what was the shock though? When you're 25% down, 800K surprise on revenue. And you go up. You go up. You absolutely rip.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Absolutely rip. You get bad news and surprise, and you're 300%. God.
Cannot stop, will not stop.
Bulls in control.
The Bulls. Stop.
So Rigetti, if the Bulls are truly in control, then they probably don't want to stop here. I see no reason for them to slow down. They blasted through these zones of resistance right here like Swiss cheese. They just decided to slow down from the top of this wick to the top of this candle body because, you know, just money. So get the money out of the way, and then they can go ahead and move on up. You can go ahead and take that liquidity out. 22 million. That does not seem that abnormal. So yeah, that could actually bounce around here, get a little bearish move back to the bottom of that, and then push back up to this zone here would be pretty decent. Then you got to make sure you're taking profit here. You're at almost a 2x. So option wise, I don't know if you can get in Rigetti right now, but if you could, spaghetti, you're taking it. They're on fire. You do have a gap below you, so don't think you're well above it because these guys will take that coin right out of your pocket. Love that. Drop the coin, boom. Down here is where their gap could come back and play with you at, not get too far away with it, and then run back up to $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 and be okay. Those are big wicks, buddy. Those are big wicks. That's what she said. Dang. All right, so
that's what she said.
Rigetti. Oh, Palantir. What'd you say, Palantir? You want to have a holy hell? I got a little excited to see that, but congratulations to the Palantir fam. I know you've been around here for a little while when they talk all that trash around $7. I know that is great to see. Happy for you. That's a big move right there. Good grief. Palantir just absolutely ripping on the weekly. Today up 5%, just adding to the bullish scenario.
The Bulls.
So good. Look here at this one.
Look here. Look, listen.
They're on fire right now. Not even stopping. Defying gravity. They're not even listening to algorithms.
I like you a lot.
Nothing. I'm going the other way, buddy. People have been stacking this for a while. They got crushed there for a while when UFC stopped playing with them, but apparently they're doing something right. So on the 5 minute, I'd be careful as far as the range is concerned. You are a bit overbought. So if you're a little overbought, you can still take the short on the day, but the longs, again, you don't really bet against this bad boy. It's at 5% today and it's still up 100. So let's go get a little bit of signal differentiation here. There you go. So it's still in the money. It's definitely still pushing. That's nice. I don't hate that at all. So this is not all-time high area, is it? Oh my God, we're well beyond all-time high area. So we are absolutely crushing right now as far as Palantir is concerned. We're way beyond all-time high area. We're in price discovery. So as far as the fibs are concerned, let's take a look at where just the regular, just makes sense for smart money to be taking profit, because they obviously got involved in a couple of places. So we just broke through the first zone, which is hilarious that they just kind of slowed down there and pivoted. So maybe their zone, we should adjust to their zone. So let's adjust to the market makers where he thinks that it should be, because that's very clear that he turned on that 1618. And if we want to just give it the heavenly cry, next target, $105 Palantir. I said it here. That would make complete sense. So as far as your analysis is concerned, on the monthly, that is atrocious. That thing is beasting. Just as far as just keeping the fibs, just play fair with the market maker and decide that this is where he's taking some profit. He did. It didn't even slow down. He decided to keep going. And now we're looking at an absolute tear right now. So Palantir doesn't want to even slow down. You think this thing is going to stop, and then you zoom in and it just keeps going. Like today, it's just going. Just going. Good grief, man. Whew. So that's the hourly. 15, 5, 1. Bearish divergence on the 1, pushing back from 75 to 74. Liquidity down to about 74.46, 74.50, which would make complete sense. You hold the cloud, you go up more. You fail the cloud, next stop, $72. And it's totally time. So this is violent price action, and it would make complete sense because you got all kinds of bearish divergence. This thing's been waiting to pull over. You might have a little chance to get a quick short. All-time highs, good time to short. All-time lows, bad time to short. So, I mean, as far as like looking and being proud of your technical analysis, you are getting some signals on smaller time frames, even the big time frames, that are starting to give you some, maybe this could blow up in their faces here for a little bit. You take a short, take a put. I know you can put a put in Palantir. So that would be sexy. That's on the 15 minute. Obviously the hour is going to tell you to do something different. It's up here, man. Just so overbought. You got overbought. Just overbought signal after overbought signal on every time frame, but it's because it's an all-time high. So I would expect maybe to retest the that zone at 1618, which is 67.28-ish, at least by what the market maker said on the monthly. So looking back at that, we wicked down to the bottom of that. We used that as resistance for a little bit at 60. So they tested it and go, or maybe a double test. It's not a bad time to short if you're going to look at if you would short. Again, this is not financial advice. You should never take this serious. This is all about fun. So just so happen to be using sophisticated equipment and giving you some intelligent technical analysis about levels and what kind of harmonics are present, but that has nothing to do with what you do with your money. ABCD, look at this short. That just makes sense on Apple. All right, so Apple, back to the big boys. There we go. All right, so looking at the old time frame here, sound absolutely crushing. I'm doing a BTC and my Ethereum. All right, so we're pushing up again. 99 on BTC. Does not want to go back down, baby. So I like to see it. BTC holding its water for the time being. Let's see. 99.3. So 99.3 on the BTC. I feel like I need to put the ticker up. I want to watch the ticker. Let's see. Let's make sure my ticker's up here. So we got 99.39 is the current price. You got a little bit of push. You got the cloud test, which is pretty amazing that you keep coming down, and when it could be bearish, it's not. So Bitcoin has so many opportunities to fail here, and it just keeps winning. This could have been a huge fail. Instead, it's a wick. That's bull season, buddy. So I know the bears are out there. Don't get me wrong. I am a little nervous to see what the bears are holding on to. But right now, I'm hype as hell to see that we are dropping bears left and right. Love it. So lots of bears out here, just not as many as they thought there were.
A team that is known as Star Bears. Star Bears.
Yep, don't need to shed the tears or anything like that. We can actually take care of these big fellas. Be careful though, they're present. They're a lot bigger than they look. So looking for the next asset at 99.29. We got BTC looking like it wants to roll over. We have, well, hold. I should say hold. It did look like it wanted to roll over. That was rollover territory, and it ain't that. So I do like the momentum now. I'm starting to think I'm out of this short here soon. If this doesn't resolve and get a couple of bulls to bite in here on some of these sweeps, I will be out, because we won't be retesting. We'll be pushing back up to make that cloud. So we got 100K is still the resistance at this point, 100% the resistance. So if you want to go in there, careful, big fella. All the alerts are on at this point. For me, I know the bears are for real.
These bears are massive. They looked a lot smaller from up there.
But they're not. They're huge, and they may like get to some liquidity around 100K, 107, and absolutely dump on your face. So be careful not to get caught in the wash.
My apologies.
My apologies. So sound ripping on volume, one of the highest of the day. Regard to NVIDIA, that one's obviously one that's always there. QBTS, 20 points on the day and pushing. So you have the indicators you need. It has not technically hit the overbought area on the oscillators yet. Down here, the money flow looks like it's coming in really well. So you got a nice thick money flow. A little late to the game. You definitely want to be down here around where there's dots at. Cross this for momentum. Your optimal entries are just a little bit off this cloud after you confirm. So, I mean, if you really want to be smart about it, you wait until here to confirm, and then you take this move after the plus. Let that plus fold out. So on the 1 minute, looking at something like a D wave, QBTS, not bad. Every time frame is saying that this thing has momentum, and it looks good. You're getting bearish divergence on things like the 30-second if you're trading it in the nuts, but if you're up a little bit higher time frames, it looks pretty good to continue if you have a good entry. No good entries, you need to step away from this.
Denied.
Don't do it. It is super bullish if you have the entry. You don't have the entry, step away from the charts. BBAI, also huge amount of volume for the day. Also way up there, 19 points, crushing it on the day. That one's pretty decent as well. Got all your signals back here to get the hell out. Take your short money, take your money, get out. Market maker is present back here. Bearish BBAI, big bear, could actually push down.
These bears are massive. They looked a lot smaller from up there.
Love that one. All right, so if we could have that pull back down to this EMA at the start, that's going to be your first start. If you react well here, you don't dump over, you can push back up and make some new highs. If you start to fail here, your liquidity's here. Testing, more liquidity, and you hopefully back out here. If you back out here and start to move up, I think you got higher time frame moves here. There you go. So you got a nice triangle that is formed previously here. Let's take a look at the harmonics. I believe BBI had some nice harmonics to it on the daily. Yeah, so you pushed up to get that bat, but you had a nice little zone back here at 130 where you had all the ample time you needed to show you that this zone from about 140 to about 110, that whole zone right there was legit, harmonic pattern zone to really get your chance to get in right there. Those are the great entries right there, right at about $1 all the way up to 145 where you felt stupid buying it. You know, $2, you know, bought at 145. Oh my God, I bought it the high. No, not really. You bought at the zone, you came back, you visited it, you felt bad for a little while, you had another chance to get an entry, and now you're just doing continuation moves there. Look at that, 3 higher lows. for higher lows. So you may be coming up to make another higher low up here around $1 again, but you're continuing to make higher highs, and you can come back and make a higher low anywhere below here. But man, Big Bear looks good. Short term, again, that's not playing out. It's just bullish. Look at that. So small time frames, it doesn't want it. Even the bearish signals on the low time frames, you're getting crushed on those. So be careful. Those might be bad when it's short. Just so bullish. But you're getting bearish signals. Just saying. Very careful. You got lots of reasons to go down. Don't want to be that loser, so don't shed the tears. Don't shed the tears. All right, so 99.47, taking a look at what old BTC is doing here. It's one of my favorites, if you can't tell. Got an addiction to it. BBAI and Apple, let's take a look at the market. I got a little dumpy dump going on here. So these are, whew.
Holy Jesus.
NVIDIA made up that pump. Oh.
What the fuck is that? What is that, Private?
So for those that jumped in at the top feeling real dumb about that one on NVIDIA, I know that's for sure. Now the daily on Apple, breaking down already. You get careful up here. You're starting to break down a bit, breaking down a bit. So even though it's pushing, looked great in the morning, things like Amazon have more room than Apple apparently. Meta's pulling back a bit. Whole market's looking a bit washy at the top. Alphabet, finally, old Googs wants to get some run. All right, Tesla, they're on the 1 minute here. Get you down to the 15 and see if you got any patterns printing. You don't. You're looking decent on the Harmonics to get off of this zone for just a second. So short-term scalps, maybe. Nope, they wouldn't play it though. Not my forte. So BBAI, I do want to see if that's just continuing to push. Is that a zone of profit taking? Just a bit, as far as harmonically speaking. Does make sense. But let's take a look at the, what was the next one? The BBAI Palantir plug frickin' power. It's only up a point. What a joke. But so this one's a great one. It pushes through all the time. Go subscribe, hit that bell. If you don't hit that bell, hit that notification. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But looking forward, what we got is God, don't do plug power on short time frames. Buy it in chunks. One of the largest consumers of hydrogen in the world up in New York. Look at there, your ABCD pattern playing out on the hop. So from a daily time frame, again, it's going to take days to play out. Plug power is set for another run at that 330 mark, just as a nice big pullback here. Also looks like there's another huge ABCD back here that could run you up to 10, 12 bucks. So that's not that odd. I would start to get at the, obviously I'd start to get to $5 first. Make your way up that pattern, but that is a gigantic pattern. So if you played it wrong at the top, which I was one of those people, thought I had it up here, which we're coming back and slowly now hold plug. So it's time we do it. Hold on 1 second, I got to sneeze. I think I got the button. Crap, didn't come out. Oh my God, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, no sneeze. Okay, I'm gonna sneeze right in the middle of talking. Nice. So looks like we're having a little bit of stall out on the bottom. Like to see it. That's gonna give everything like Amazon a push. Let them know that they can keep going. Things like Meta can keep going. So as soon as NVIDIA decides it just wants to pick up its britches a bit, then everybody else will turn it back around. You even have a little push here set up for the SPY. So the SPY not bad at all either. A little decent push up. So you push those. You got plug. They're up. They have huge volume for now. But did I just open? No, that's not what I want to do. Opening programs right now. All right, so. Plug power BBAI SMCI Lucid SoFi Mara Tesla Intel BitF TSLL VSE. All of those you should take a look at. SMCI, holy hell, tell me that just doesn't look like it played out to a perfection. So SMCI, I mean, was telling you to buy back here at 17. You had the beautiful bat Harmonics just setting up so nice. Now remember, if you trust the harmonics, it's time to take profit. So for the guys that got in the bulls that were smart enough to get in at the bottom, you definitely don't want to FOMO in up there. So don't FOMO in. SMCI up 5% is profit taking area. If you're on a smaller time frame like the 4 hour though, you could get a little bit of love on a quick option for the day just to get this, to clear it out and make that harmonic with more power to it so that it clears and kind of rolls over on the 4 hour. That's not bad at all. As far as what you're looking for though, yeah, hold on 1 second. Get it tuned as soon as you can hear my nose getting all stuffy. No. All right, well, either way. All right, so Tesla making a move. Smaller time frame to see it. It could roll. It's at that zone. So it's almost a pickup zone here for me for Tesla. I kind of like what I see for the daily. It's exhausted the move down. Nvidia's giving it all the action it needs to fail, and it's not. You do have lots of harmonics kind of giving you the indication that you're going to struggle today with that Nvidia move. Got you guys in the beginning too. So anybody in the beginning that jumped into Nvidia, probably pretty upset right now. But hey, listen, it's part of the game. If you can short and you pay attention to the signs, you would have been just fine. Although there weren't signs to even, well, not on the harmonics. Let's see if there's anything on the. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's telling you. Didn't even give you a long signal. Pre-market here on the 5 minute. It's the only thing it's telling us now is short, and it's giving us a positive signal short. So anything at 144 as far as a good short, 144 down, 6 million, maybe run down to 140 for the day on Nvidia. Hate to see it, but it's starting to equal out that pretty good. I wonder if that can just be tweaked a bit. Give me a second. That doesn't work. How does it matter? All right, so we still getting that same indicator. Yeah, it was pretty tight, pretty close. Liquidity's been filled. Now you got your liquidity push here. You're gonna have a little Nvidia pull here. Oh boy. So Nvidia's probably gonna deepen out the market here, and we're all gonna suffer. So anything you're in, if it's an option, better be in a good position. Otherwise, get back in at another position. Everybody's gonna suffer. So everybody's gonna put a little punch in the mouth here for a second. Hopefully you're not getting into a position, because if you are, it's gonna hurt you. There we go, Tesla. Again, the up and down is what's gonna hurt you in an option here. It's pushing. You just needed to fail this zone. If you could fail that, that doesn't look like it's going to. It's absorbing now. So you're absorbing some of the orders at the top. You're gonna need to get to the bottom of the zone at 144.12, 144 even. Before you can tell what you do here. I'd be very careful, watch your clock. You got 4 minutes on Nvidia. This is a crucial zone. If you can hold it and you can absorb these and then you get price action to match, maybe you get a little oversold on the indicators. As of right now, I would expect nothing up. Again, things will defy gravity. It's not the right time to play with Poseidon while you're swimming. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
wrong.
Sometimes you just doesn't matter if you're right. Look, the market will tell you you're wrong. So there's a nice little play on that one. Decent setup. SMCI, it's obviously, like I said, going to suffer a little bit of pullback from Nvidia, which it is suffering drastically. That one's bad. PS, Nvidia, else Lucid. Hold on, Lucid says F the system. No, it is suffering a bit just from that pullback. But man, look at that. That is super decent. That's not bad at all to see Lucid Group hitting the switch. So let me see, CHPT, charge point. Look at that, sitting still. So charge point zone of climbing to $1.65, $1.75, and then maybe a pullback into this zone. But as of right now, it's a decent setup. I believe it's on the daily. So on the daily, you have an opportunity to have a quick run, that 175-ish zone, and then get a type 2 for this nice bullish bat on this backside here. So bullish bat in the zone, history, historically low. Who's really not buying charge point because you're not giving them up. One thing will probably happen is Tesla will probably end up acquiring these guys and then they'll go nuts. So, oh, there you go. So you got a nice reaction off that 144 zone. Beautiful reaction. If price action matches here, I would hope to take this the other way on a smaller time frame. So if I'm moving this to a 5 minute, I would move to a 1 minute to have my entries, but this is interesting. So interesting on the 1 minute, it's respecting the 144 mark and it doesn't want to go below it. So whole numbers next, 145. And then you see that's price action. That's matching price action. That's good. The indicators will respect you for that. So let's go to the old algo. Right, you're still in that bearish continuation here. This hasn't cleared yet. You haven't gotten your X. You want to see your X before you go. So you're going to wait on this plus to clear out. Two things. You're going to wait on this plus to take your profit. You're also going to wait on this plus to get the hell in on a long. So anything good, don't FOMO here. Wait for your signals to get you exactly what you need. Be careful, be careful. Microsoft dumping a little bit, still in the positive territory, but dumping a bit. And now we're starting to see a little bit more rollover here from NVIDIA in the zone. So in that zone, it's respecting the hell out of it. It just more or less absorb those orders. As it drops down, it'll bang up pretty fast. Looks like there's a lot of orders here, but I tell you what, you break through 143. I wouldn't hate a short, right? I wouldn't hate that to play out until that X, or let the short play out and then immediately go long. So either way, my zone isn't even looking to be interesting until 142, 141. I'm watching 140. I'm in, but these are zones. They're already killing that liquidity there. They've already chewed through that, and it's not dropping below it yet. As it just tempts it every time. So respecting now, pretty good. NVIDIA, not bad. So charge point, SMCI, BBI, Lucid is on the Palantirs on the way. Qubits, plugs, SoFi. So SoFi, don't city, careful. That's absolutely run. The volume is humongous on it for the day. You're only up a point. But again, 4 hour, looks like it wants to keep pushing the barrier. What kind of news do you have here? You've got bullish setups here, the low time frames. So for a low time frame, 3 hours ago, director SoFi totally exits. Oh, well, that's good. Direct prediction SoFi. So buy after Mammoth Rally. So I don't know. See there, I mean, they're even calling their Mammoth Rally, but you are getting very clear harmonics on the 15-minute here, respecting it. Tried to dump. They said no. They stopped it. So they wicked that out at 14 bucks. As soon as the market opened, they've already eaten that liquidity back up. So they've teased you. It looks like a Bitcoin play for nothing short of that. Oh, there you go, pushing higher. So Bitcoin pushing higher towards that 99.6 mark. Looks like it wants to continue to break. It's not breaking with any force, these highs, which is a little nerve-wracking, to say the least. It should be putting at least a little momentum on these breaks, but they're just kind of slowly trickling up to new highs. So careful here. The slow move isn't always the best move, and the fast move is the one you see coming. So make sure you're watching the charts just in case BTC decides to take a dupe. I will tell you that this is a bullish harmonic that I do like for reaction. I don't like for entry. I do like for action. So you reacted very, very well at the zone. You're up here. You took the wick and you reset the RSI kind of. That's interesting as I'll get out, especially in the zone. But I would not be going long this here. I would be at the bottom of the zone trying to go in on the daily or the weekly. It's not where I'd want to be at. Not even close. So SoFi, no. Sound. Let's go back to sound for a second. That's just a monster. Let me pull back. It did. So it did its little pullback. Not doing much. It's just kind of sitting there. You still got your dot in 15 minutes, so that's that. That's not a bad one. Sound's got too much momentum to be betting on it right now, though. Not a good play. What? 233%. This thing is all over the place. So sound still has the highest volume This is third. 78 million. So the volume is absolutely here. Your indicators need to talk. You're starting to see a harmonic form on the 1 minute on UPC. So with the third highest volume of any single asset on the market, this is a nice one to think that the market maker's present. 5 minute, you're starting to get to that zone of liquidity that you held. And the harmonics are telling you just below this wick is where this thing wants to go. Yep, there it is. You're in line. So 330 is about where this thing is looking to touch again. If it can't go back and clean up some of that liquidity, it could pop out of here and go back and hit this cloud at 398. So you're playing between $3.50 and $4 at this point. That's been a losing bet up until now. Let me look at UPC. I do like this as an option to see if there is an option chain for it. So give me 1 second. Need to check the old. No. So there's no option opportunity for UPC. But this zone from about 325 up to $4. I mean, I'd even say $3 if this leaks. So I'd expect this to kind of fail right here. If this fails, and you get no reaction, well, you're getting a little reaction already. If this fails, I'd be looking to go up to $4 and be done on the day for that move. It's just a simple 20% retracement on a thing that has moved 200% in a day. Won't make anyone care or stop their self in the tracks. Like, who give a damn, right? So this thing is absolutely on a tear. If you haven't gotten in right now, don't buy it right now. But if you're gonna scalp it, that's a little different story. We are getting a little reaction here, which is good. So we're holding this zone. I wanna hold it like this one and not touch it again. So get back into this cloud area right at the $4 mark, maybe blast through that, catch one of these sell orders, put my sell up here at that 390 zone, 395, because maybe it doesn't get to $4 and it fails. But I do like this comeback here, short term. All right, let me get some orders open, just to get ready with limit orders. Buy. Try to put these in. So these are $3 a piece. Okay, some shares. Kind of no idea what to play with today. Not enough. Okay. Let's see. 344. The ask is 349, 348. Let's put the ask around. We wanted to put our, oh, Jesus, I turned around and didn't even see that wick. Oh my God, I missed the wick. That's what I was hoping for. I was gonna put it at 330. I wouldn't have hit it with a, no, it just missed 330. So I hit 331. So I may have to be getting into this a little bit faster than I thought, because it touched the freaking liquidity on the minute chart. Dang it, I might have missed it. Dang it, I can't stream and do this on the side die. This is a lot harder to do. I missed my move trying to stream. God, so good setup right here. I like where it's going. I would have been in, right, like I said, 30 and then put another one in probably like 31, 32, because I know how the market plays. You don't get these full numbers sometimes. But as far as where your entries are going to be, unless I get another chance to get back in down here, that's done for me. Okay. Okay, I think you heard me, market maker. You want to let me in? All right, hold on. Let me put my order in. So, was it 331? I'll go back to 330, just in case you do want to come and visit this area. We'll just put the limit order in. Just let it sit in there, just in case he decides to come back down that 330 mark, and I'll play that up to that 4 mark. I need to add a 0 to that. That's gonna play out too. So I like the way this one is. It just kind of sets up really nice. That's a 20% run after hours. So you can't get me twice.
Oh, fuck you, big boy.
You know, when it goes by, sometimes I just can't touch it. Oh,
I don't want to touch that bullshit again.
Such a good play. All right, so if that prints, I may play the triangle. So universal, it's working out so well. Okay, you got the print on the 1 minute. I have my order already placed. I'm going to edit my order now, and I'm going to go ahead and go in around that 370 mark to try to get in a decent order, maybe 365. See if I can get a fill, and if not, because I don't want to chase it. I don't want to chase it. 375, 373. Come on, give me a fill. 369, 364. Fill. Got a fill. All right, so we got a fill. It immediately changed color on the 1 minute, but we need that to play out. So we got a fill. I got a handful of shares. Did they all fill? Timeout? I don't think so. Okay, so UPC 3. Okay, I did. I got my fill. So I got my whole fill at this point. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in my close order. So sell. I got to clear out that 365 pullback for a second. We'll put half the shares up at 400 bucks or $4 and just watch the rest. So we'll do a limit. Let's pull it 399, 3.98. I hate to give up 2 points like that, but I'm gonna sell half the shares just as a non-emotional play. So half the order's set for now. I'm setting the other half for a month. Mic check, mic check. All right, so that's playing out pretty well. It's dancing a bit. I don't like the 1 minute right now. What's maybe Nvidia's tinkering? Oh, Nvidia's tinkering. Okay, all right, there you go, Nvidia. All right, so Nvidia's obviously dropped down significantly. We need this to get well above, hit that $4 mark, take half the position for that move, and then be done with it. If it starts to drop down here, dropping and giving me 50, put it at a break even probably. So I'm probably gonna put the second half at break even just to say if the entry wasn't good. I'll probably get myself a small stop loss here. All right, there goes the pullback, 350. Right now, rejection and buyout. Let's see if Nvidia's helping. They're not. So Nvidia's giving us a little bit of trouble. So as they keep pulling back, we expect the market to all suffer. This is 359 again. Looks like it wants to jump. Nvidia's not giving it the gas it needs right now. So come on, Nvidia, do me a favor. Getting in there. So we need a big push, another couple of percent to push that up, and go to that $4 mark. Good on that one. So Nvidia looking good, so to speak, for a little quick turnaround. Got a little bullish divergence forming right there. I like to see that on the 5 minute. Give everybody else a little bit of gas. That would be beautiful. All right, UPC in that position. Take the shares and look at those. Put the hold out on. Make sure we sit in above. Got it. Next one was, ooh, GXAI. Well, hello. Hello. Hey, 1 minute dropping, but that thing is up fast, 95% on the day. This is the 1 minute. As you zoom out, you're seeing just huge gains for this thing. Could run up, touch that $4 mark eventually. It looks like it's rejecting though, so be very careful. Big wick there, bearish divergence. That's an indecision candle. So NVIDIA, there you go, having a pullback for the day. So everything you're pulling long here is going to suffer. Everything's dropping here. Pullback, pullback, pullback. Big dog's not done. I thought it hit a low. It was not. All right, so don't expect long actions to really be normal right now. Pullback's completely normal, especially because NVIDIA, again, testing the lows. Need it to react well here. So it's all about the reaction on the indicators that you get. We can zoom all the way into the 1 minute to see if it is doing anything to react. Somewhat around that 140 something mark, it is sucking up liquidity. So as it destroys that liquidity band there, hits this band, you're going to need some kind of pull through here. So it looks like it wants to fail. It's absorbing a ton of orders right now, it looks like. Yeah, we're absorbing a ton of orders here. Whew. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I don't like what I see at all right now. For the pullback, we're catching some momentum. So I would expect any longs to get absolutely decimated right now. If you are
Fancy, what the hell?
not paying attention to the signals or the ripples in the water, you might get torched.
Bruh.
It's just NVIDIA at this point, so really good. It's just NVIDIA at this point, but man, it's looking like it's gonna pull back, and that could hurt a lot of assets. S&P obviously is gonna take a little bit of hit on that, and usually Microsoft will react by trickle effect. So Microsoft's still in a positive Momo at this point at the 15-minute. NVIDIA clearly not, making everybody else suffer at the game.
Oh, f you, big boy.
My man, watch us, change us. Go check out that radio station. Hilarious, good group of kids. Guys, grown men, kids, my bad. What
the fuck are you?
So this is what we do on a moving forward now, a daily basis. We want to show you how to get into the market. We want to show you that things like NVIDIA pumping this morning were set for blue balls. So be careful. Winning team's still here, and there's the Bears. So the Bears winning right now. Obviously, they're on fire with NVIDIA. They're not having as good a luck on Amazon or on Meta at the moment, but you can't hate it at all. So as we look at things like NVIDIA dump, you can see things like UPC still dancing in that zone, trying to get to 145, it looks like. I'm sorry, that 45 zone that we were speaking about. Oh boy. Whole market ready. Look at it. Dump city chick. So this is a little creepy seeing this kind of trickle down now. UPC. Did you not get the email? So apparently not. Did you not get the email? Hello. Don't hate it. UPC holding strong right here on this cloud. If it can just get a little bit of love. Bitcoin also as well, holding that $99,000 mark pretty well. Don't hate it at all. Across the market looking bullish as all F on Meta. Look at that. That's a nice little play right there. If you can get any kind of traction here, that would be amazing. NVIDIA trying to pull up. Now you have it. Now you got the email UPC. All right, so inside of this tight zone for me, waiting for a breakout. So I'm waiting for this little push back up to the $4 area. Be done with that on a quick turn. BTC, giving all kinds of signals to fail, just won't fail. So bulls present, gotta love it. I love to see when the bulls start to get excited.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
That didn't sound right. But either way, you like it. Rigetti on fire still. NVIDIA down, Lucid. Take a look at Rigetti again, because that's one that I just like to, it just looks like it's doing stuff. Look at that. So impressive, staying up there. Bearish signals all day, so profit taking zone versus getting in zone, at least on the short time frames, but it's longer time frames. You're in for the long run. This thing's 3, 4, 6x up at the top. So Rigetti, spaghetti, and everything else is suffering. Look at this. There we go. It's going to turn this bearish. Holy cow! Look at that. Look at it go. Look at it go. All right, so hold. If you can hold it, then everybody else is happy. If you can't, it looks like we're all gonna get ready to roll over on this one. Set you up. I thought something was gonna happen. Oh no. Gotcha. Rigetti. What else do we got here? That should be BTC. Correctamundo. I want to see that happen on the weekly. Let's see this happen on the hourly. Break that $100,000 mark if you don't mind. Would definitely appreciate that. Then we get the cloud going into a positive FOMO here. Here we go. See how it's a bearish push here? We got to push down through that cloud. We can push through this cloud. We're getting this positive cloud here, which is saying we got it. We're getting a push. So you noticed here we get the continuum momentum and then test to decide that it's true and then come back. Well, hopefully we get the same thing here. Get that push right now, get through the zone, and then maybe come back a little bit, test this, and get out of there. So let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Get up there.
Get over here!
So we're hoping that Bitcoin just explodes right now. Drives. Absolutely crushes. That's what we want. That's what we want right now. A little Bitcoin running. That's what we need to see. Even though I'm in a short, it's just to hedge my longs, baby. I don't mind losing on a short. That means I win on everything else except for UPC. Holy hell. This thing's looking like it's dumping. May have to cut the old position here. Grabbed quite a few shares, and it's not doing what I wanted to. Liquidity to be grabbed right at that $3 mark. By the way, this is continuing. So pushing down to that $3 mark to maybe pick up some liquidity if it can't hold the zone. So you hold the zone, you still have some bullish momentum with you. Again, you're at the top. You've been running all day. It's just exhaustion. So it looks like it's exhausted at this point. That's UPC. That one was the huge gainer on today. QBs, SMI, Mara doing this thing in a 7% jump. Finally, that thing's been a sleeping giant for a while. So finally getting a little love of Mara, 7 points up. That's decent. You had a little bullish continuation, so that was dope. So you had the bullish, beat out the bearish move, and the bearish move is trying to present themselves again. But hey, you've gotten yourself off that $25 mark, 7% up. Nice. Nicely done. Don't hate to see it at all. So as we move on to Mara, Mara is the next one on the SoFi. INTC isn't up today much, but the volume is high. Volume is stupid high. And this is Intel. This is one of the biggest companies in the world. Look how bad that is. That looks terrible. I don't really know what to say, like why it's so bad, but that looks like dog poop there for oh my God.
Is this poop? Is it Willy poop? Is it Willy poop? Is it Willy? I'm so sorry.
It's so bad.
Is it poop?
It's so bad. It's so bearish. So you can't get any love. You got no signals, no indicators at all. Bears are here.
Team that is known as the Bears.
Oh, if you're shorting this, you're crushing. So you're getting close to not all-time lows. It's obviously a long way away, but we're on the monthly and liquidity's been hit at $18. It could come back. Hey, it could come back to 18 bucks for those that just bought in late. Be careful, don't FOMO into this one. It's up a little bit on the day, but the interesting thing is you are getting volume. So I do think that you have some market maker presence down here. He is absolutely trying to crush your emotions at this point.
Emotional damage.
So keep your eye close on Intel and watch it. It could just absolutely rip one of these days just because that's what they're doing right now. So they may be acquiring position, they may be offloading position, but looks like they are setting up for higher prices on this bad boy. You're getting some follow through. You do got some tank here, but I think you might be running out. I think you might be running on some bullish divergence between the two here. So you got some downward price action, and then you got some upward momentum carry here. So if you can just kind of keep this thing running here, you can actually pull this off with some nice bullish divergence on the bottom. Get this thing to round out just a bit. I mean, just stop, lose the momentum, come back, test this zone. You know, you don't even have to go that high. Come back, test this here, and then get up out of dodge. You would hope that your next bet would be getting on the top of this zone and from playing it from here to here, and then zone to zone, baby. Zone to zone. So up to the next zone, and that's where you're kind of looking at that bad boy, but you got some time. You got some time. This has to clear out, resolve. That's on the monthly. It's not slowing down. We're at a zone where you're not losing percents on the day, though. Hey, how about that? So you're not losing a ton. It's not terrible. Terrible, I guess that's the word. That's bad, though. So Intel, not NVIDIA. Definitely you can tell by the charts, that's for sure. But the two differ in a lot of different things, whether it's technology or money in the bank. That's the charts even show a difference. But this is getting absolutely annihilated. 99.5 as we push up with OBTC for the day. Nvidia continues to take big fat dumps on people's emotions and make them scream at night.
What is it? 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 What is it?
Oh, what is going on right now? Good God, it's absolutely drowning all the logs right now. So anybody who thought that there was no bears here,
These bears are massive. They looked a lot smaller from up there.
wrong again. They got you.
No!
But again, this game is not supposed to make sense.
It don't make no motherfucking sense.
Unless you believe in the signals, man. The signals are telling you right here to trust them. This one was telling you to get out. This was telling you to trust them. The other one's going to tell you to get out. So you're going to look for the X on the bottom of this bad boy when it stops dumping and destroying the market right now. So Nvidia single-handedly pooping on everything that is holy at the moment.
Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that private pile?
As you thought, I was in a long on UPC. That's getting destroyed right now. Intel holding up because where else are you going to go? You're already down at the basement. So BTC not even getting the email, not worried about a thing. It's going. It's going. That's what's up. But I got to tell you, that's scary. That thing's dropping. Makes me want to shed the tears.
Really makes you want to shed the tears.
Cheers.
Dump city right now. Just a little bounce back. It's squeezing. It's just squeezing shorts. Do we make the 140 move? Man, I called that earlier and it's just absolutely pulling back on that so hard, so fast. Minutes. It's happening in minutes. Oh, there you go. So you're getting some kind of alleviation on the 5 minute, but I would not go far with the 5 minute. You will be a sad cookie. You just start trusting that all day. But this is, I'm not ready to touch it just yet.
I don't want to touch that bullshit again, you know?
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that keep dropping the way it is without any momentum. You do have a little bit of slowdown there. That's nice. Intel, SoFi, GXA, highest time frames. Open. What's open? Open. Open Door Technologies. Oh, I've heard of them. Oh, we've been here. Bearish divergence on the 5 minute. Go up to the daily and the weekly. It looks immaculate. So that looks pretty dang good. That's why we're getting the weekly signals on this bad boy. So we're getting weekly and daily signals that this thing could be a bit oversold and that there's an opportunity to run not what we thought was going to be a 50% push, but I mean, you got a push all the way up from this area, all the way from $3 and a little bit higher. So not terrible in the slightest. Decent. That one's not bad. No big harmonics. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful shark. I like to see it. So that one's a nice looking one. That's got a nice shark with inside the X with a dot on the daily. So that is pretty impressive. It makes me want to kind of stop me in my tracks right here. But that one right there, big fella, you like to see it. I like this one.
I like you a lot.
So Open Door Technologies, they've already cleared out that dot and I've gone up to the high end of that. So that could be bullish. That could be bullish. That's a bit bearish. It's a bit bearish to get back to that 50 maybe and then retest that. But I do like what I see a lot on this daily time frame. A whole lot, to be honest with you. Probably put that in the old Discord. So drop that in the old Discord. Is a nice solid setup here that could easily 2x going up 126% to meet you up at around that $5 zone. That would make complete sense. We have Tesla finally making a bit of a turnaround. So we're hitting the 5 minute turnaround. If we're getting greedy, just so happens that it worked out perfectly as far as my calculations were concerned. But we have a little turnaround for the day. We have a bottom. That means everything else should be able to go up now. Here we go. Tesla taking a run for the long. We finally have a bottom on this move. There you go. Amazon deciding it's going to go ahead and cut the strings again. All right. Throw this in the old cord. Put this in the old Discord under the charts. What is that? What's a stock, right? It's open. Oh my God, I'm opening up stuff again, didn't I? so daily shark. In the zone. Right there. So type 2, I don't hate that at all. It's not type 2, sorry, type 1. But I don't hate that at all. All right, so going over here. Open door. Daily shark. There we go. All right, so a nice little daily shark presenting itself on open. Not mad at it. Let's see, it looks like we got a bit of a pushback here for the up. So we're not ready to fly just yet. But hey, that's a good start for most of these guys. Good job. Good little comeback. BTC finally putting up a red candle, but that's not much to shy away from. Been like 4 or 5 green in a row, so Bears need to have their turn. BTC got open. That's a cool looking one. That's got a bunch of opportunity here as far as the volume is concerned. That thing just kind of came out of nowhere. Lots of people interested in that one at the moment. The ones that also is doing pretty good is ACHR. CHR seems to be doing pretty well for the day. You're up right now about 11 points on top of a bearish harmonic. So if you're able to get on top of this bearish harmonic, I wouldn't see why ACHR couldn't run all the way back up to 10 bucks. So that's a significant amount of money right there. A little 20% gain on something simple like a 15-minute move. Isn't bad at all. You got bigger time frames though: daily, weekly, monthly. Joby aviation looks like it could take off. Oh, it's funny. All right, so that's on the weekly. Now it's oversold. Yeah, Joby, I'm not a big fan of it, buddy. It looks like it could be a big move. The move's already happened. But no, I wouldn't say Joby's a move right there. 96.3, holding that nicely. 142.19, don't make new lows. Everybody's waiting for you to turn around. There you go. S&P's not having it. Struggling a bit today, having a tough time on the bad side of the S&P. Joby. Nope, not a big fan of Joby, so I'm getting Joby out of there. And then you got BitF, which is a Bit Farms. Oh, look at that. It's in a zone. It's definitely in a zone. So you already hit your type 1, your type 2 on the daily. You zoom out a bit on the weekly, and there's some opportunity to have this thing go up a couple 200, 300%. If you can get above your 200-day moving average. Get above your 200-day moving average, you get a second life. You would like to see it. So look here, take a look.
Look here.
Make sure you're paying attention. These guys have had 2 straight green earnings. So usually good news is to follow, and their next earnings isn't until 2025 March. So, I mean, there's an opportunity to run here. Initiated a buy of Alliance Power, but Bit Farms, November production. So the production, this is a Bitcoin one, so obviously like this one, we're gonna put this in the old watch list. I did not mean to put that on crypto, son of a gun. What are the other ones on the quick list? Let's go to the old quick list, which doesn't have everything I'm looking at, but Serve, oh my goodness, Serve is up 24% today. So Serve is another big fella. Had a huge move. I was just talking to a friend of mine about this bad boy. Holy hell, that's huge. So that's actually pretty decent. That's pretty dope. So whoever went back in on this one, reloaded, took their shot, and they killed it.
Monster kill.
Nice harmonics on the 5-minute, lower time frames, obviously, but 15-minute was giving you a zone. That $9 was a good zone here. We marked this out previously that the $8 zone was a really good zone. It touched it, wicked into it, and then took off.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
It's pretty dope. So that was a nice setup. It looks like we're having a little bit of bearish continuation on NVIDIA. They still look like they want to go touch 140. I hate to see it. 142 just was not enough people in the audience, so it's gonna run down.
You can't get me twice, motherfucker.
So that's running. That's pretty ugly. Be careful. So serve, they're also going to suffer. I would imagine everybody's going to get banged out for this. Everybody's going to suffer right now between on what you're looking at. Not everybody. Some of them are. I'm actually looking at UPC. And UPC is not. That's not. I didn't get the email either. So UPC is still hovering. They're still in a good zone. They're not taking this very badly at all. So that's decent. So we'll sit in that for a second. You got NVDA, which is trying to push to 140. Be careful. Be careful. You'll lose a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I don't want to lose it.
So we're pushing up UPC again, one of the ones that I'm looking at for highest volume for the day. You got Lucid, Palantir, PalanTLTR. Let's see what Palantir is doing during this pullback. They're holding pretty strong, which is pretty good. That's a big setup there. Rivian all of a sudden making some moves too, huh? Rivian, holy, get up. So that's a nice little 6% pump there in the last 15 minutes as far as volume concerned. Volume holding it. You do have reversal patterns for a bearish crab and a bearish butterfly on this bad boy. So be careful up here at Rivian. It looks good. But as far as an entry is concerned, you might be able to get something quick like a T1 back to this 1260-75 zone, come back in and get back in the hop as a quick long, for a quick long here. But then be careful, you might have another continuation down, second move, 13, all the way down to 1250. So for a 5-minute pattern, scalping on the day, if you miss this, maybe you hit the short. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my list and I'm gonna watch the pricing. I like to watch the pricing sometimes on plays that I would make, but I can't make or can't get into, etc. We'll go ahead and put like a fake put in here just to kind of watch price. I don't lie to people. Hey, I'm gonna go short right here. That way it plays out. But for me, right here, I like this as a quick move. My quick move would be here. I would see some small continuation. It'll probably look more like this. Pull here to a move. And then probably continue down to the T1. So watching it for implied volatility move, quick, deliverable, decisive move, right? It's reacting, it's not getting a decisive move right there. This is not closed. This dot can disappear, by the way. This dot is not confirmed. So as you zoom in, you can see that this dot is not fully confirmed. This goes green, you're not getting your signal. So my price action needs to match my indicators that it's not. If it does, the Rivian short for the 13th cost approximately 18 cents. So at 14.50, just to be on the safe side, if this thing decides to pump up, we're out of the way. 14 to 14.50, 94 cents for a short if the signal gives me what I need. So I can't play same day expirations where I'm at. I have to play to the next expiration date, which is the 13th. That's gonna give me a week. And I don't want a week, I want hours. I just want maybe an hour, maybe 30, 40 minutes for this to play out. So that has confirmed my quick short. We'll look at this, they're 97 cents right now. I'm actually gonna buy some because I just do feel like we're gonna push here. So put, the spread is from 90 cents to 97 cents right now. So that's quite the spread. I don't want to pay 97 cents. I usually try to go in the middle. So put entered. Oh, looks like it's going to run away from me. So the put is entered. It is not filled. Oh, goodness. I hate that I can't do market orders now. I put it at 93 and it jumped to 97. So that is one of the downfalls of not just going in at the ask, is that you will miss these opportunities. I would expect it to slow down here right about this zone at the $13 20 something mark, and then maybe make a retracement to give me another entry, because on options, this thing just has to wick up a little bit and then the FOMO will get so bad that these guys will let me in, like right back in it, baby. So we're hoping, oh. Hey, I like it when they play out. Remember, this was supposed to be an imaginary one. Just looks too good. It just looks like a pure, unadulterated short. Market is short. It's getting beat up. Everybody's suffering, bleeding out, right? Except for Tesla all of a sudden. Look at that swing. Dope. Love that. So Tesla's doing its thing right now. What a pullback. Beautiful. If you went long Tess, You're getting a new indicator signal here. 5 minute. Again, I don't like just the triangle, but I do like where we're at. The time of the day is a little off to me. We need to get to 12:30 or to 11:30. Need to get to those time frames. Otherwise, it's just a little, I don't know, be careful. I really like what I see though. Look at that. Oh, I didn't even get to it. All right, so I gotta go to my orders and hit cancel. So what happens is I'll go on my orders. Great, I thought I had it. I was actually right? I'm not chasing it. I'm immediately canceling. So my idea is that I had an entry. I had a great entry, and the market didn't allow me to because I had to go put a regular sell order in. I had to put a regular order in, and they just took off.
Monster kill.
Don't act like you're not impressed. Look how that thing just touched that zone where I was at.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Now we're pushing down right now, and I would expect this first T1 to be our reaction zone. I might get a second entry in this zone. So if I get another bearish confirmation, another bearish set of signals here, three candle reversal, maybe let's pull up the candlesticks here and see if that's actually Harami. So you pull it out, that's your Harami candle. So your Harami candle obviously is where a lot of the zone is happening. This is your reversal candle, your reversal hammer here, your Harami. But that's happening at a zone of inflection. I like that. I do like that. So for the short for Rivian, look how it's just reacting right there. Isn't that amazing? So this software is second to none. Follow it up by what we got here. Go to Harmonic Scanner, Harmonic Pattern Collection. Take a look. Scott Carney's a freaking genius. Mitch Ray is hilarious. The guy put me on a lot of these levels and things that kind of fall outside of harmonics. But look for investment scanner. Take a look. See if you find anything out there that you like. And then go look at Scott Carney's Harmonic Pattern Collection and go get a free trial. The guy has a deal going on. Take a look in the link in the bio if you want to get any kind of pricing and get moving. So that hit pretty close on your XA. So this is just a reaction zone. I was assuming that right around the top of this zone is where we would get some buy and sell orders. We are, so we're getting some slowdown literally right at the edge of that point here. And this is what I would expect, some acceleration. Let's get some acceleration right from about the bottom of this close, which has another 25 seconds on it on the 5 minute. So on the 5 minute, that's cool. Let's do that all day. And then we should have a swish, swoosh, a little swish down. So that looks like it's hanging up for 14 seconds. And then our swing is going to be T1. So T1, 1287 is a move. And then this is after. Right, this is for when it resolves, it works its way back up, catches the vibe, boom, pushes back up to here, and then fails here. Has to fail around here. That's what I need to see. So this first move, boom, there we go. Now we need a wash for T1. Then we can run it. I don't want it to do that though, by the way. I want it to run. Oh God, it looks like NVIDIA is giving it all the fuel it needs to do exactly what I don't want it to do. All right, so let me make sure I closed out of the Rivian. That's closed. So no, I'm not in that right now, even though we're gonna watch it for a second. So Rivian's a decent one. Close out this option chain. Okay. All right, got UPC ready to sell as it tinkers around that zone. Bitcoin again, 99.2, starting to look a little exhausted up here. Making me a little nervous, but again, it's pushing. Nice. Making wicks and not returning to them. So checking wicks, not, you know what I was gonna say. Yeah, I know, your dirty mind. But, yep,